Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal video today. Just one patient in this video. This patient came through very blocked up in both ears, really just not hearing particularly well. You know, when they lay on their ears, they're feeling really blocked up, their ears were popping, or doing all sorts of different things. Now, when we take a look in this ear, you can see we started already here with the standard size Zollner tube, which is obviously, if you're new to the channel, this is one of the largest suction tubes that we use. So you can see us just gently teasing this away. So I'm working on the surface of this wax and just trying to lift it away from the canal walls first. Now, wax will naturally settle into the shape of the ear canal. So what we're trying to do here is move its position. So it tends to stick a little bit to the canal wall. So we're just lifting it up. And when we lift it, then you can see there's a little bit, the wax is a little bit more mobile now. We can get a grip on the bottom edge and just start to slowly draw this forwards, which is what we're doing here. The reason that we're wiggling the tube and kind of making this sort of little movements on here is we're detaching it from all the canal wall sides first before we can try and work this out. A lot of the time, when you get these kind of bigger plugs, when I said earlier they form to the shape of the ear canal, when you get to the outer part of the ear canal then, they don't always come away very easily, they get a bit stuck. So we're going to switch tools now, go in with the Jobson horn, and that's that little spoon-shaped object you can see there, and we're just going to draw this forwards. Now that just scraped across the surface of the wax there, so we're going to go in a little bit deeper. The key to it here now is obviously getting behind the wax to draw this forwards. So we've got behind that section there, you can see it's kind of working its way very slowly out. There we are. Now we'll go behind the next section, draw that forwards. There we go. Out, starts to move that plug. There we are. So we've got a nice big plug of wax there. So we'll just hold it up so you can see it. There we go, you just get a better idea what it looks like. So quite a big old plug of wax in that ear canal now. So we're just going to take a look behind that in a second. There we are, and what you'll see is that we've got even more wax in here. So there's a little bit more, just got the little cilia coming in front of the endoscope there a little bit. And we've got this sort of darker, a slightly harder plate of wax that's kind of going up at an angle. So as you're looking into it, it's kind of sloping up towards the roof, to the ceiling of the ear canal there. So we're just going to get a grip on the bottom and try and maneuver this out. Now when it forms in this kind of wedge shape, when you lift the bottom, you end up with a very thin leading edge. So it's sometimes a bit difficult to get on there with the suction tube. So we're just going to switch. We've got the crocodile forceps in there now just to see if we can grab that end piece, but that's all it's done because this is very thin. It's clamped onto that and just taken that away. So we're going to go back in now with the Jobson horn. Let's see if we can just sneak over that top edge there and just draw this down the canal. So we've managed to get a piece out. Let's just move that out of the way, see if we can get over this next section without pushing it back in. Now it's got this very clay or very fudgy type texture to it, this one. So as we're pulling down, it's just sort of scraping that top layer off. But that does open it up a little bit more. So next time we can go in as we are here. Now we can aim that a little bit further down, and that's just going to start to roll this wax forwards, which is what we can see here. Here we are, starting to pop. There we go. Look how dark that material is. Now, when we talk about wax and how old wax is, when it's newly formed, is a very light sort of creamy color, but it's very dark, so it's been there a long time. Eardrum looks nice and healthy here, good light reflex there. Slight graying to the eardrum, but that happens with age, so it's nothing to worry about there. But yeah, the wax, when it becomes older, it oxidizes, so it gets this much darker appearance, almost this ebony color. So we got one ear canal that's lovely and clear, patient hearing so much better on that one side, but the other ear here now, this wax, totally different texture. Whereas the other one was more like a fudge texture, this is just solid and brittle. So as we're working this with the Jobson horn, you watch now as we put pressure on this, see it, you can see the Jobson horn just flicking out of the ear canal. So basically, as we're trying to put pressure to draw this forwards, it's so hard, it's just cleaved the front end of this wax away. So this is going to be a slightly more, slightly more difficult one to do. We're sticking with the Jobson horn because we're working quite well here with this. We're breaking these little bits off, and it's such an uneven surface that we would probably struggle a little bit with suction. We will use it to tidy up here and there, but at the moment we're just going to stick with the Jobson horn. And what we're doing is we're taking this away in installments at the moment. You've just got to break little pieces off and then sort of push those out into the bowl of the ear down there, just so they're out of the way. And then you can work on your next section. But it had formed almost to a solid plug in here. So patient had been using a bit of olive oil, in fairness. They had been using it on both sides. But because this had just got so hardened up, the oil didn't really penetrate into the wax very well. And as far as it did penetrate, it only penetrated into the surface. So it didn't go all the way back. So you can see now we're still just chipping little bits. They're coming away as tiny little pieces of wax into the bowl of the ear. Here we are, as the next section coming forwards. While we're doing this bit, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't seen one of our videos before, we post new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time. Feel free to drop us a comment in the comment section below. We've got a lovely community here of earwax waxaholics, I think you guys like to be called. So we've got a lovely community of waxaholics, so feel free to say hi in the community if you've never seen one of our videos before. So we're just drawing this next section. You can see we've got to another hard piece, but it is staying together. It's not quite as brittle. So we're able to start drawing this larger piece. There we go. Look at that one coming away. You can see that lighter material at the front. We're drawing this darker material down with it. Look at that plug. Out that comes. I think it's a bit too tough for me to even get the Jobson horn in there, but it's a nice size. We'll pick it up with a suction here. See that lighter material underneath, a little bit of dry skin there, but a fair old size plug there as well. And then if we take a look behind that, we've got more in there again. We've got this sort of lip of dry skin that's come off the one side here. So we're going to use the suction just to grab hold of that and give that a bit of a wiggle. Let's see if we can pull this next section forwards. There we go. That's that bit of dry skin gone. And then if we take a look behind that, there's more in there again. So we've got this much, much deeper, very, very dark section here, which we're going to start breaking away with the Zollner tube. There we go. And let's pull the next section forwards. Getting a good grip. Let's try and maneuver this. Bit of a gentle wiggle to draw this out of its space. There you go. And work this down the canal. I think we'll get it so far. I don't think this is going to make it out on its own. So we'll go back in now with the Jobson horn. Drop in over the top. There you go. Just spinning this wax, rolling it out of the canal here. It's got a little bit wedged. Let's see if we can get behind it. There we go, it's starting to turn. Let's see if we can get behind it again, draw it the rest of the way out, and out it pops. There we go, and out it comes. So I'll pick that up now with the suction tube. There we go, and we'll have a good old look behind this now, see what's going on. Anything left in there? Well, we can see the eardrum there, but we have got this little bit of dry skin at the entrance, a little bit of dry skin at the top of the canal, and a little bit that's just dropping over onto the pars flaster, that top part of the eardrum above where the tip of the hammer bone you see there. So we're just going to work our way with this bit and pull this down. There we are. You can see it just starting to pull down. You can see a cilia, just a little hair just popping over the front there. And it looks like there's a little bit of a dry skin lift there. So we'll just, but there we go. Out it comes. So that peeled away really nicely. Let's have a look behind that. There we go. There's the eardrum there. Good light reflex, a little bit of graying of the drum. That's something that just happens. You know, as we get a bit older, it becomes a bit more opaque. Look at what we removed though. We had 6 centimeters, that is 2.5 inches of wax between both ear canals there. If you remember, the ear canal is only about 1 inch long. So yeah, when you look at it side on there, you can see just how big or how chunky some of those pieces are. Lots of little bits interspersed in there. So quite a big old wax removal, that one for both ears. Patient over the moon to get that out, hearing so much better. Right then, guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did voicing it over, as you could probably tell while I did the voiceover. But as always, guys, take care of your ears, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and I shall see you for Friday's video. Bye, guys!